I just finished Murtagh by Christopher Paolini and I really liked it. And in this video, I would like to tell you why. So, in my case, I read the Aragon series when I was a kid, so it was over 10 years ago. And the first thing I can say is that I don't really remember the details. I remember that I liked it, but I don't really remember the details. But that wasn't a problem when reading Murtagh. So you can definitely still read it and have a good time, even if it's been a while since you've been in the world of Aragon. So in this book, the main character is Murtagh, the half-brother of Aragon, and he makes for a really interesting protagonist because he is misunderstood, feared, and loathed by people, but he still tries to do the right thing, which made me really respect him as a character, and I think it's quite an interesting choice as well to make your main character someone that is misunderstood and hated and feared by others and who is also aware of this. The book was really gripping. Like I was really looking forward to reading at the end of the day because I was so curious how the story would go on. And there are so many creative little details and characters and subplots. It really feels like Christopher Paolini is really a storyteller, and it feels like he had so much fun creating this book, creating this world. The descriptions are very vivid. It's very immersive. It was really easy to let this book take me away to this fantasy world. And something that so there are like two things that I have found that I often dislike in fantasy YA as an adult. First, cringy romance, not a part of Murtagh. There is, I mean, romance isn't really like, it's not central to the plot. There is a bit of romance, but it's not handled in a cringe way at all. So that was the first plus. And then also something else that I have noticed that I dislike in fantasy YA is that often I find that the language is not that beautiful. And that is something that didn't matter to me when I was younger, but now I really like poetic language in novels. And I definitely found enough sentences in this book that made me go, wow, that's a really nice quote. I would underline that. The villain is also really good. Mm, so, yeah, I had a great time reading this, and if Christopher Paolini were to publish more books about Murtagh and his adventures, then I would definitely read those too. So yeah, I think no matter if you are a kid or an adult, mm, I can definitely recommend Murtagh. I had a good time with him.